Grand rising to the gods. What's going on to all righteous indigenous gods? What up? And goddesses, man. This is your brother Chief Kalinago. You see how beautiful that sky is? No chemtrails. I'm back on the island of Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. In fact, the nature island of the world. Paradise. You feel me? So you see how beautiful this sky is? That's what natural, beautiful skies are supposed to look like. No chemtrails. All right. But anyway, the last time I was here, I showed you guys it was actually mango season, and mango was in bloom. I'm talking about mango for days and mangoes for months. But mango is out of season for the most part. I mean, certain places you may be able to go and still find one or two different species of mangoes in season, right? But for the most part, mango on a whole is out of season. So what's in season right now? Citrus fruits, lots of grapefruits, lots of oranges, lots of tangerines. I mean, limes are always in season, but even more so now in abundance. Why am I mentioning all this? It's because it shows you the coherence in regards to nature and it bearing fruits in the Americas. Okay. And to prove and show that we are truly from the original Garden of Eden on earth, it's the Americas. No other part of the world has that type of synergy in nature other than the Americas. All right. So the irony in all of this is in the United States, in most places, it's wintertime, right? Meaning it's getting cold. And here in the islands, it's actually what's considered the peak of summer, right? But guess what's really growing? Citrus fruits. So what a lot of people don't know and are aware of is that our ancestors traveled this entire landmass. And when it was cold in places like Canada, certain places in the US, they would travel into different parts of the Americas. All right. And then they would literally, I mean, have the abundance of citrus fruits. All right. So, my brothers and sisters, man, you have to know who you are. You have to know who our ancestors are. You have to know from what lineage we came from. Okay. But anyway, just wanted to, share that bit of information with y'all, right? But so we had this interconnection, like I said, all over the Americas. And like I was explaining to one of my indigenous brothers yesterday, I was giving him a breakdown. Okay. And I think I did a video and I broke that down as well. And I explained what Mesoamerica really is and what it meant. America is actually one continent. However, you have the northern part of the Americas and you have the southern part. And what the colonizers did was they call it two continents, North and South America. Again, that's where the divide and conquer started, to make us think that South was different from North, when the truth is it's actually one landmass. All right. But the beauty about this is, even if it was one landmass, our ancestors were so, I mean, they were so ingenious, all right, that they knew of the northern side and they knew of the southern side. So what did they do? They came together in the middle and created Mesoamerica. So Meso means middle. Meso means halfway. So they met halfway, the council of elders, the council of chiefs and chieftainess. They decide, hey, we're going to come together and we're going to meet halfway and we're going to combine both cultures, both civilizations, although similar but different. And we are going to create what's called Mesoamerica. Hence, Mesoamerica sprung as literally the highest of civilizations ever in history. Okay. But because of war and rivals, as you can see, that civilization dwindled and the people were dispersed into different parts of the Americas. But what a lot of people may not know is the United States became the new Mesoamerica. In other words, it became the melting pot. It became the halfway ground where everybody would come and strive. Okay, so the United States is literally, how would I put it, an assimilation or a false narrative, a false illusion of Mesoamerica. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of that history and break that down for y'all. But let me show you some of the things that my brother is actually, planting right here, and then he's going to transplant them into the soil. So right here we have cocoa. For those of you who don't know or know what cocoa is, this is what the leaves look like. All right, the leaves are very good. They have medicinal, benefits as well. But cocoa is where you get the cocoa to make cocoa tea, and from the cocaine, the drug, it's made from cocoa. All right. So the song "I'm in love with the cocoa," you know what I mean. But anyway, that's what they were talking about. All right, talking about being in love with cocaine, symbolically, that is. All right. And this right here, we have an avocado right here, but this is, like I said, the cocoa. So he's going to transplant all of that. That's right here is cucumber. Now I took a beautiful one yesterday, and I'm going to put it in my salad today. Here we have a lime tree. Here we have soursop. Here we have a mango. Down here is another soursop. In here, this is sea grapes. Okay, that is a sea grape plant. My brother has my nephews. They have a little cat. Okay, they also have two dogs. All right, and this right here, we have limes and a couple of tangerine and lemons in here. This right here is soursop. More sea grapes right here. Um, what else do they have here? Okay, we have this is orange right here, orange trees right here. So what's gonna happen? Like I said, he's gonna take them and transplant them and put them into the soil. You feel me? And that's one of the keys I tell people to being indigenous. You want self-determination. It comes with autonomy. What that means, it means the ability to sustain and provide for yourself. And I tell people the journey of being indigenous is more than just saying, hey, I want an ID to show that I'm indigenous. No, being indigenous is not about being rebellious. Being indigenous is about abundance, being autonomous, being able to take care of myself where I don't have to depend on foreign occupiers to take care of me. You see, that's what we are suffering from. The lack of interdependency, meaning that coming together where we could depend on each other. All right, we have to create that group economics. We have to come together and work together as one. Is the only way it's going to happen. And as you could see, my message has always been that, and it will continue to be that. You feel me? Because I only want to link with righteous brothers and sisters. It's really that simple. All right. But like I said, the last time I showed you, this right here is an almond tree. Almond is in season all year round, right? But the mangoes, as you can see, they kind of don't have any fruits right now. And coconuts are always in season all year round, right? But avocado is in season right now. So avocado, papaya is in season right now. The guavas are not really in season, but you could still get a few here and there. All right. But guava is also a year-round thing. I'm going to take you up by the avocados so you could see. All right. Let me just walk up here. Okay. I will be back in the US November 8th. And when I come back, again, is to, hit the ground running, setting up things. So this is sorrel. For those of you who don't know what sorrel is, this is what the plant looks like, and this is what the fruit looks like. All right. So you peel that off and you boil it. After you boil it, you let it soak, and then you can make your sorrel juice. Okay. Here, lettuce. All this is lettuce. All right. Further down the hill, there's some more lettuce as well, which I'm gonna, use to make a salad. So literally from the soil to my plate. All right. My brothers and sisters, I'm showing you all this not to impress you, but to impress upon you. That's what being indigenous really means. Again, indigenous is not about peddling paperwork. It's not. You have to be culturally, okay, inclined, because it starts within the spirit first. You see what I'm saying? And the culture starts from within. Okay, the cult starts from within. So as you could see, limes here. All right, limes. I mean, most of the times these things go to waste. It's just so many of them, right? And the funny part about it is the government is literally squeezing the people so they don't have an export. You know what I mean? Because they give it to the Chinese, they give it to the Arabs, they give it to different ethnic groups to come here to Dominica and take all the fruits and sell it overseas and pay the farmers here literally pennies on the dollar. So my brothers and sisters, it's happening all over the Americas when it comes to our people. You see what I'm saying? So we're not different. We're just in different locations. Okay. This right here is castor oil. All right, for those of you who haven't seen what an actual castor oil tree looks like, this is what it looks like. Okay, so you see those. This is the castor oil right here. All right. So what happens is, once you pick, the fruit, yes, so to speak. Okay, you dry it out. When it dries, it becomes like a hard, dried shell. And then you take the seeds and you roast the seeds, and then it goes through a process of draining the oil from the seed. Okay, so that's castor oil right here. All right, this is a little banana tree right here. Like I said, the guavas, it is not the peak of its season. All right, I showed you on the lettuce right here. We have some bigger ones over there, more. Okay, we have okra right here. All right, now this tree right here, let me tell you exactly what that is and show you what it is. You see more lettuce right here, right? So, I mean, straight from the soil to the plate, no GMO. And that's why I tell people, when I hear people start talking about, oh, organic, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I was going a little away from the internet, but this little tree right here is called a glory cedar tree. Now, glory cedar, the leaves, trust me, are amazing. They bathe babies with this right here so that the babies won't get rashes. Okay. It's called glory cedar. Like, what you do is you take the leaves, you crush the leaves, put it in water, and it's a beautiful skin cleanse. You could also drink it as a detox. All right. Also, once you could take the leaves, and if there are mosquitoes, you could put them in your room, and it's kind of like a mosquito repellent. All right. All that stuff we have in nature. This right here is papaya. Okay, as you can see, they fall into the ground. The height of that. So we have just endless avocados right here. We have another almond tree back there. Okay, and this right here, this is what you call it, okra. All right, here again more avocado. All right, this right here is a plantain tree. Now the difference, the plantain leaves and the what you call the banana leaves are almost relate, kind of they similar, but they're different. So when you know the difference, you could tell. Yeah, I'm kind of going away from the Wi-Fi, but anyway, just wanted to show you guys a little bit of this. A lot of the avocados are actually falling on the ground because, like I said, they just going to waste, and it's just a shame that the government are not allowing the local farmers to thrive. But the Chinese, like I said, the Chinese, the just Asian people, the Arabs, certain Caucasian groups, they could just come here and capitalize and you know and sell all these fruits and vegetables. All right, we have some pineapples right here. The last time I was here, we had pineapples blooming. But anyway, okay, this right here, I forgot the name of this anyway. But the leaves of this is just, I mean, it's literally a detox. All right, I mean, it could cleanse a lot of things, diseases or illnesses that's actually in the body. All right, but when I was younger, this right here, I would we would open the fruit and then we would suck on the inside of the fruit. Okay, let me see, there goes a guava right here. This one is good, so I'm gonna pick that guava right off the tree. I'm gonna bite it. mm. So that's the white guava. Then we have the red guava. Here's another one. Okay, and that's what life is supposed to be about. So when we are striving to live an indigenous life. We have to put things in place where we're able to feed ourselves. Okay, again, being indigenous and stepping into reclaiming our birthright is not just about a piece of paper. I mean, and y'all have to get this. Paper is just the physical manifestation. All right, the food is spiritual. All right, because that's what shapes who you are. You are what you eat. Okay, so there's more soursop right here. All right, coconuts right here, a different kind of coconut, but it's still coconut. All right, just a different species. And out here, so what I did was I picked. I already ate two of them. I had some sugar cane earlier, but I have two of them right here. Okay, so I'm gonna let me put this guavas to the side. That is one of our houses right here in Dominica. So like I said, any one of my brothers and sisters that feel like y'all want to take a trip, and whenever I'm coming down, y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. And this is what all this is about, to show you we are one. My home is your home. You feel me? All right. Oh, this is some plantains that we picked last week. Well, my brother picked it. I wasn't here, obviously. All right. So let me go ahead. All right. So greetings and grand rising to each and every one of y'all that's coming on the chat right now. So let me go ahead and see if I could lay this down here real quick. Straight jeans unfitted. All right, let me see something. All right, so let me see. Just put this here. Okay. So go ahead and pop this right here. The cutlass is a little dull. I gotta talk to my brother about this, man. This dull cutlass. But anyway, here we go. Yeah, it's a little dull, man. I don't like that. I like sharp cutlasses. See? Look at this. It's not even cutting the way it's supposed to. All right, but anyway, here we are. Okay, and boom, coconut water. All right, water of the gods. All right, bring that up. And then I cut it and I eat the jelly. All right, the meat on the inside. But this is beautiful right here, man. Beautiful. Okay, so I showed you some of the plantains, and this is banana right here. Okay, bananas and more lettuce. So I'm gonna take from that batch today to make my salad, because they're a little more ready than what I just showed you. Okay. So yeah, man. All right, Sister Corinne, what's going on? What's going on, Corinne? We have Lavinia. What's going on? We have Linda. All right. Oh, no doubt, man. Who else do we have here? We have Chief Skills. What it is, what it is. What's good? All right, take care. See you later. So that's my neighbor right here. I mean, every time I come down, he said, listen, Chief, man, listen, coconuts right here in abundance. If you want coconuts here as well, that's another species of coconuts, right? And I already showed you in the last video where he had soursop, he have cherries. I mean, he had what type of guava is it? It's another type of guava. But anyway, he got that as well. But like I said, man, it's just food in abundance. All right, food in abundance. Okay, this right here is fever grass over here. All along here is fever grass. So if you have a fever, all you do is you boil the grass. It's kind of like it's related to lemongrass, or like kind of like the same thing, in effect. But then you boil that, and then you drink that tea, and it cuts off the fever instantly. All right. So I'm saying all this to say, man, listen, man, our ancestors, sprung from the original Garden of Eden here on earth. All right. And that's a fact. I don't care what anybody say. Over 60% of the crops that were taken into Asia, Europe, and Africa came from the Americas. But they will not tell you the truth. They will not tell you that. You know what I mean? So we have to tell our own story. All right. And before I get out of here, because this is not a long video, I don't want to just be babbling about, nothing. All right. But anyway, I'm going to remind you once more that being indigenous, okay, is not about peddling paperwork. Okay. Oh, here are some tomatoes. So they should start being fruit um soon. Okay, soon. That's all the as you can see, we call that passy, the passy of the coconut. We call that passy. Okay, so the flesh of the skin of the not the coconut, but the sugar cane. So that's me just doing all that day while I was eating the sugar cane yesterday. All right. So like I was saying, reclaiming our birthright is not about paperwork and sending paperwork and putting people on notice, and that's the last part of the process. The first part of the process, it has to be internal. The first part of the process is knowing who you are within yourself. And once you know who you are within yourself, you make the declaration within self. And then you declare. You see what I'm saying? Then you do the external declaration. And a lot of times people wonder how things are not working, why things aren't working, because you're not spiritually inclined. You haven't done your declaration within yourself. You haven't put your declaration out there into the universe. But yet still you want it to manifest in the flesh. When the truth of the matter is, the flesh did not become the word became the flesh. So therefore everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. What is heaven? I did a video and I gave you a lesson on what heaven is. Heaven is the mind. Okay, what you see up in the skies, yes, it's considered heaven, but it's the external. Okay, it's the external version of what's within your mind, which is the internal heaven, which is the first heaven. Okay, so your mind is a heaven, your solar plex is a heaven. All right, and we have to know these things. We have to know these things. Okay, so your solar plex represents the physical heavens that we see with the sun. That's why you have a solar plex within you. And the sun within you, the solar plex is called Ra. Ra is the kingdom. Ra is the pharaoh of this, what's called Egypt, where you're able to be in bondage from your gut. So when you have some type of feeling, you say you had a gut feeling, that's where it all is. So you could either free yourself from bondage, you see what I'm saying? And that's how you do it within the gut, which is called Egypt. All right. All these things are allegory, man. And like I tell people, I have so much knowledge to teach, but how can you teach people sometimes that think they know things? They deal with a belief system. Okay. And educated people, like I always say, are some of the most dangerous people on the planet. Okay. Dangerous. So once again, we have to declare years. I'm talking about years, over 10, 12, 13 years ago. If probably longer, I've done a spiritual declaration, you know, did my declaration and went to the water, in fact, and I let it flow down the stream of water in Prospect Park in Brooklyn. Also, I did another declaration and then I burnt the declaration and the ashes, I threw them up in the air. You see, there's just so many ways of doing your declaration. And then I was able to go to Illinois and put one on fire. Now here I am in Dominica. I'm good putting all these things together so I could go ahead and put the government, the police department, all of them. I'm going to put them on notice again. You see, this take works. It takes work, and people don't realize the amount of work it takes. You feel me? And the funny thing about it is everybody's always wanting people to do things for them, but realize these things are not cheap. They're not free. Freedom is not free, man. That's why it's called freedom. If you think it's free, you're dumb. No. To get back your sovereignty, man, you got to pay, even if it's just paying attention. You have to pay something. You feel me? But the point I'm making within all this is to say that you have to invest. That's why it's called invest from within to put in that vest. What is a vest? A vest brings protection. A police officer wear a vest not because it's cold. No, for protection. Okay? It's for protection. So now in a police officer is invest. So just in case somebody shoots him incidentally or intentionally, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is he or she has a vest. So now you have to invest, put in that shield of protection within yourself and invest in yourself to make sure that you gain your sovereignty. Sovereignty starts from a spiritual perspective, from a spiritual realm. Then it manifests in the flesh. And that's why I've had so many successes over 98% of the times. The other 2% is sometimes I just don't even want to be bothered because it's not even worth my energy. All right. But I've had over 98% of successes in everything I challenge. Whether it's a ticket, a citation, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have literally seen judges wake up from their bench and go to the back because they had to leave and come back. So this is not a game to me. This is real. It is real. Okay. One of our nation brothers and sisters out there in Arizona, the, she wanted to and they could give you their own testimonies. I'm just letting you know. Okay. They wanted to homeschool their one of the her son. She wanted to homeschool her son, and they were giving them problems. She called me. I dealt with the situation. You see what I'm saying? Guess what? He's homeschooling, and he is acknowledged as going to school in their system. And guess what? He used his nation ID. So now he's in school, being homeschooled, and in their school system as who he is as an indigenous young man going to school. And they accepted our nation ID because I know what I'm doing. They just went to Vegas. Guess what? They provided the ID and they were tax exempt. You see, y'all think this is a game. It's not a game for me. I don't play these games. I keep telling y'all I was sent for real to do this. But only those who have eyes will see and ears will hear. Okay? But we're going to continue to make the moves that we make and do what we have to do, because what we are doing is so powerful that no man could match what we are doing. Okay? And when I say they can't match what we are doing, in other words, they cannot challenge what we are doing and take us down. No. Eventually, we are going to win the war. We may lose a few battles, and that's just part of war. Okay? But ultimately, we are going to win the war, because we know that our righteous ancestors are with us and they are actually on our side. You have to know who is among you. You have to know who was sent. You have to know. It's the only way to know. You have to get away from all the distractions, man, and see who's actually doing this for real. All right. So I'm just laying the foundation, planting the seeds, because eventually they're going to grow. All right. They're going to grow, man. So I continue to let y'all know I love y'all for real, for real, for real. Like, I'm always asking our ancestors to, just to protect and guide, our people, whether the ones that are actually awakened, the one that are still asleep. I still put y'all out in my affirmations, because I know it's a journey, and the journey can and is challenging. It very is much so challenging, right? But you cannot give up. You see, persistency is the key. Too many of us want the progress without the process. You have to go through the process. Okay. Even when you look in nature, look at water and condensation. Okay. Before the water goes back into the, the atmosphere, okay, or stratosphere, whatever term you want to use, it has to be condensed. It cannot go back into its original source of foundation as contaminated water. So it has to be condensed. It has to go through the process. So must we. We have to go through the process. And I will continue to reiterate. Please do not hit me up thinking that I peddle paperwork for people. I don't do that. Like I said before, if you want a legitimate indigenous ID and you want to do your individual thing, you don't want to be part of a nation, then you are entitled to do that as an indigenous man or woman. And our IDs are professional. They even look more professional than the New York ID, to be quite honest, than all the IDs that they have. All right. But the point is, I could do that for you. But if you want to be a part of something solid, man, a nation that's on the rise, because we are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I promise you that. Ain't nothing, nobody could stop that, period. Okay. We are going to be a force to reckon with. And that's why I'm traveling and planting seeds and doing what I got to do to make sure that it's become a physical manifestation and a reality. You did. And that's what we're doing. So we are not looking for people that are unrighteous, people with no integrity, people with no loyalty. We're not here to gossip. We don't want none of that negative energy among us, man. We don't want that. We don't want that. And anybody who come into our mix, come into our household and make an attempt to take it down, I promise you, man, you are going to be eaten from the inside out. I already put you in the hands of the ancestors. So you don't even think about it if you care about yourself. All right? Don't even do it. You dig? So, or a plane, right? You see a plane just took off, right? The airport, well, one of the airports is literally like about 2 minutes down the hill. Okay, so when I'm traveling, I'm actually not flying out of Dominica, though. I'm taking the ferry back to Guadeloupe. So I'm going to go to Guadeloupe on the 6th, spend about a day and a half with my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, and then I'm flying from Guadeloupe back into the US. And once I touch back down, it's time to go to work. Time to go to work. I'm talking about keep laying down these foundations. All right. But while I'm out here, I'm just working on some documents, tightening up some information. So when I get back, it's time to take, things to the next level. All right. So, all right. So yeah, you said you're in Illinois. Okay, no doubt. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Actually, later, I'm going to go down to, somebody's calling me. I'm gonna call her back. I'm gonna later I'm gonna go down to the seashore. I'm gonna go down by the beach, and I'm gonna just relax, and I won't have internet down there because I have a US phone, and of course, it's like having your US phone and think you could just go into Japan and you use your phone. Now you have to get like a local plan. So I don't have a local plan, so I have to wait until I get internet to actually go live. But anyway, I'll probably do a little video, and then when I come back, I'll upload it. Just to kind of, even if you have already seen the seashore, just to show it to you today. Hey, what the hell, right? But hey, lineage, I love y'all, and always remember this, man. I come with love. It may sound a little bit harsh, the delivery may sound a little bit stern, but that's just the way I deliver the message. So I'm not mad at anybody for not being where you're supposed to be. I'm not mad at you for just still dwelling in the belief system. No, I'm not mad at you. Everybody's going to get this in their own time. My goal is to make sure that you learn the truth. And when you're ready to step up and be part of something that's for real, you see what I'm saying? That's part of ality. You see what I'm saying? Not reality, but what we are doing is part of ality because we are reestablishing, we are restoring our birthright, which is our earthly possession and not of this world. You see me? So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm on a whole different level with this. You dig? So enjoy the rest of your 24. I continue to send nothing but love and positive vibrations and energies to you. All right. And we will talk soon from the nature island of the world, Rosa Dominica. And the indigenous name is YT Kubuli. And it means slender is her body. All right. One love.